And now for our feature presentation.
No stone is unturned when you tune into Just Toy Talking Too Much.
Just Toy Talking Too Much.
We talking sex, marriage, relationships, prejudice, politics.
Girl.
Your rights, my rights, the way that I see it, the way how we talk. When we talk real talk,
And that's the double truth.
Say, people, you talk too much. And if you're talking, you can't be listening. But you need to be listening to Just Toy Talking Too Much. Yeah?
and that's the triple truth, Ruth.
Yes, yes. I love that little promo. I really do. Greetings, and gratitude for tuning into another episode of Just Toy Talking Too Much, where we talk real talk. We talk with your friends. And I can be found on www.justtoytalking2much.com. On the home screen, a subscribe box will appear. Go ahead, put your email Addie in there. You will be updated, not inundated, with interviews, celebrity, non-celebrity, blogs, vlogs, write-ups, articles, movie critiques, my tongue is twisting, and more. So I appreciate that. And in the upper right-hand corner, there is a thumbs up button. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate it. I really, really, really do. Also, I can be found on a plethora of social media sites, but I'll give the main ones that people mostly use, and that is I can be found on Facebook under Just Toy Written Expressions. You'll see photography. You'll see things with Just Toy Written Expressions. I am a writer, an author, and a photographer, so you'll see my photography on there as well. Also, I have a book called Why Compromise Your Soul that can be found on iTunes, Barnes & Nobles, Amazon, and Google. It's on sale. You can download it on your phone, your tablet, your desktop, or your laptop. It's a great read. It is a book comprised of short stories, and again, it's a great read. I consider myself a non-factional writer. What a non-factional writer is that I put fiction, fact, and non-fiction all together and give you a little drama, because I am a philosopher. Also on Instagram, my personal at Miss Toy High. On Instagram, Just Toy Talking Too Much, and also on Twitter at Toy High. This is sponsored by the Distinctive Dapper Dude, for the Dapper Dude that always looks good. 50 to 85% off retail clothing, and it is great clothing, from slim suits to socks, suspenders, bow ties, etc., etc. So go ahead and check them out. They're also can be found on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, The Distinctive Dapper Dude. Also, Gangsta Glam. They are a women's online boutique. Some clothing, mostly accessories, handbags, trendy, chic, classy, sophisticated accessories for young girls, older women, middle-aged women. It doesn't matter if you're a trendy, chic, classy, sophisticated person. There's something there for you. I'm also happy to be a part of Gangsta Glam. So they can be found on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And that's GANSTA, gangstaglam.com. So gratitude to them for being sponsors. I appreciate you very, very much. Gratitude. Also, let's see, am I missing something? I don't know. Okay, well, I'm going to move forward. I was sitting here before I decided to go. Oh, that's what I was missing. I apologize. I'm missing the aspect that, yes, I am into week 3 of my workout. I did say that I was hosting Toy's Weight Loss Challenge. I am currently a size 7, which is 27 inches in the waist, and depending on the manufacturer or the person who designs the clothes or sews the clothes or whatever the case may be, I may fit 8s. 8s are loose on me. I want to be an even size 6. I will not be weighing myself until the first week or the ending of March. So yes, I am working out 4 to 5 times a week, and I will continue to work out to do this weight loss challenge. I am a pescatarian. Look out for that video. So I hope for those that are motivated, that they'll still, that have been motivated by that video, that they will, work out with me and give me tips or whatever the case may be. That will be extremely fantabulous. I appreciate that. So yes, Still working on that. So let's get into this edgy, witty, raw, and candid rant of expression. This one is called expectations. Yes, that's how you applaud in sign language. I speak sign language fluently. That's how you know, hearing impaired people applaud. So I do say my disclaimer is that I'll always be direct, forthright, and transparent. And again, when I'm looking to the right, it is not that I'm ignoring the camera. It is that I am working my soundboard because I like the sound effects and I don't want to put them in later. So that part. Anyways, I was sitting here and I was thinking of how I have high expectations and others around me have high expectations. And when I don't do what they want me to do, I have highly disappointed them. And I get it. And, you can apologize over and over for the things that you do to the ones that love you the most consistently, especially if you're in a bad mood, a down place, a good place, a happy place, because when it's so much, too much, and when it's too much, not enough, and it goes on and on and on, and what you find yourself is placing yourself in a miserable position because there are a lot of people that are not accepting of the way that you talk, the way that you walk, the way that you wear your makeup, the clothes that you wear, the things that you do. Someone is going to have something to say. The religious route that you take, the way that you speak, the things that you believe, the things that you stand for. There's always going to be people that do not agree with you, and that is their right. Let's be clear. That is their right, and we all have an opinion. And so my opinion is this, that it sucks if we're going out of our way at times to prove to people that we are quote unquote normal when we really, some of us are not. We're doing things that are not considered the norm. And one of the things is the expectation level of those in the LGBTQ community and the transgenders, women who are transgendering over to men, and men who are transgendering over to women, and drag queens and gay rights and things of that nature. And then there's the thing of your religious beliefs. So, those people who don't particularly care for those who believe in God. There are atheists. There are those who don't agree with Muslims or Muslims. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. There are those who don't believe in those who practice voodoo, Catholicism, Hinduism, Buddhist, excuse me, I didn't mean to say Buddha, but Buddhist. There's always someone saying something about what you believe and their expectations, and they want to throw stones. So my thing of it is that, do I judge? Of course I do. Do I have extremely high expectations of certain people in my life and certain things that I set my hands to do? Of course I do. And the bad thing about having high expectations is that when you have this high expectation, do believe that with high expectations, there are going to be high disappointments. So when you just put the expectation bar at a level for yourself and really tune out what other people think, what other people feel, and how other people view you, you are much better off. Trust me. So, let me say this. The transgender community gets a lot of flack. This community wants to be accepted for what they feel and who they are, and they don't want to be kicked to the curb and be disrespected. And you have all of these hate groups that murder, that taunt, that bully, that discriminate against transgender people. Then you also have those of various ethnic cultures, people of color, African American, Haitians, Jamaicans, Australians, Indians, people from India. If you're too dark, you don't fit in. It's something about a lighter skin that fits in better. So people of darker complexions of many various different countries and continents are not treated as those that look what they consider to be the norm. So now you have to fight. You have to go out of your way. You have to prove, because the expectation level of just you, because of the color of your skin, because of you transgendering, because you being a gay man or a gay woman or a black woman or a black man, or there's a young lady that is Amara La Negra, that's Dominican, and she's dark skinned and she wears this afro, and people are taunting her and people are disrespecting her because she's dark skinned and she wears her hair natural, and she's not considered to be the beauty queen. So now she has to set the bar for her expectation level for herself. See, people in the world, some will accept some things, and then others, of course, there are going to be more haters. The disapproval rate is going to be higher. And then you're going to have your supporters. And of course, it's great to have supporters. But if your expectation level is high to have supporters, you'll find yourself and you'll place yourself in a depressive, suppressive, and oppressive mentality and an emotional state where you're fighting consistently to stay above water. But if you have expectations and goals and dreams for yourself, if you're this person that looks like me, every bit of a woman, and I'm transgendering over to a man, and you have expectations, as scary and as hard as that is, as much of this decision as it is for you, because you feel comfortable being a man or a woman because you were born as a woman and you want to be a man, or you're born as a man and you want to be a woman, and that you're going to get the support. It's very difficult to stand up and stand out for your rights. It's very, very difficult. And you do have a form of expectation level of those around you to support you in your decision. But there are only a selected few, and it's best that you never knew, that are going to actually support you. And it is so sad that there are not a lot of people that are going to support you in your transgendering, or you being a drag queen, or you being a gay man, or you being a gay woman. There will be people that will turn their backs against you. So when you go in with this expectation level and you want people to respect you because of the decision that you've made, you've put the bar up too high. And people of color, African American, Afro Americans, have been fighting for civil rights for years, for pay. Actresses and actors, we see this all the time. Hollywood, there's gender bias, there is ethnicity bias, there is religion bias. So right now, more people are accepting Laverne, the transgender, more right now, like she's the chosen one. She's the chosen one. Then you have those who are, like, we can accept one, but we can't accept too many. We can't let 6 Afro-American people win an Academy Award. We can't do that. We can't give every woman of color the same pay rate that we do of a woman or an actress that's been in the industry that's getting a $20 million payout. Is the Time's Up movement really going to work? Is the Me Too movement really going to work? Is the civil rights movement really going to work? Are we going to continue to be biased and bigots and prejudiced because a young boy wears a hoodie when it's cold over his head? Are we going to still kill the young Black men in the community because they look a certain type of way? I'm here to tell you that it is a bias, and it is a bigot, and it is a prejudice, and it is a expectation that we have that we can be free in a world that offers human equality. We have set the bar up very high, and our expectations are very high, and our expectations have not been met, and we're in 2018. It is not true that a woman of color can go any color. And I'm speaking, when I say woman of color, I just don't mean I mean people of Afro descent. That's Cuban, Dominicans, that's Haitians, that's any person that has any piece of melanin in their skin can walk in with the same degree, the same education, be sharp from head to toe. And is she or he going to be able to grab that position that someone who does not have any melanin in their skin get? Is it going to be that the transgender, the gay man, the gay woman is going to be able to star in movies and get the Academy Awards, the Globe Awards, the Emmy Awards, as much as a person who is not gay or out or transgendering? It's like the world only has a room for just a little. Just one person can pass. Just one person is allowed. Our expectation levels are very high, and we'll consistently, persistently, insistently keep fighting for equal rights, to be noticed, for our abilities to do the job, to make the money, to get the awards, to receive the accolades because of the talent, because of the education, because of the skills, because I can do it, because at the beginning and the ending of the day, I am human. So the clock's going to consistently keep ticking. And if you're waiting, you're going to find yourself by yourself, because at the beginning and the ending of the day, you will always be fighting for just having or wanting and needing a human right, because you are different. Now, I'm sure that there were a lot of Black people that didn't say, when the captures or the people that were coming to kidnap the African people, Africans, on the boat, and they were coming. That they said, let me get on the Lido deck. Let me get on the cruise ship. Like, we're about to get on the boat. We're going to have a cruise. We'll have cocktails. We've got appetizers waiting. I want to come over here and be enslaved. That part. And so being brought here. Now, Africans are not the only people that have been enslaved. There are so many people that have been slaves. It's ridiculous. Chinese, Japanese, Egyptians, so many people that have been enslaved, but just Africans have been more spoken about in history. And we have this. Are we in higher positions? Do we run corporations? Are we CEOs? Are we CFOs? Sure we are. Are there a lot of us? No, they're not. Are we still being picked upon and pulled apart and not looked at for just what we bring to the table? Of course we are. And there are a lot of people there are a lot of other minorities that are suffering as well. The Latinos are suffering. Where are their Academy Awards? Where are their Grammys? Not just the Latin Grammys, but I'm just saying as a whole. We have the expectations that if we're talented and we work hard, and if we're being ourselves, that we should be accepted. That if I'm gay, I should be accepted. My family should love me regardless. Well, that's the rule. I would think that if I decided to cut all my hair off and I wanted to be a man, that my family would still love me regardless, and that my friends and associates and acquaintances and those whom I know would love me regardless. My expectation level is extremely high. And as I make this transition, there are people who have and will forsake me because it's not accepted. It's not something that a lot of the world wants to accept right now. So either you place the expectations for yourself and really have to put your mind, body, soul, mental, emotional into it, where you're setting the bar so high for yourself that it doesn't matter if you're accepted by anyone else, because it's 2018, and if the LGBT community, Q community, is still fighting to be accepted, if the people of color and all minorities are still fighting to be accepted, and women are still fighting for equal pay, and people are fighting just for civil rights in 2018, and our expectation is, why are we still at the bottom of the barrel with the sticky-ish? I'm here to tell you, we're going to have to keep fighting the power. That's all I can tell you. You're going to have to keep fighting. And you're going to have to rally up. And you're not going to have an expectation and have all of these groups and other people join you in your fight and have that expectation level. Because when you have high expectations, you get disappointed. I have been disappointed, a plethora of times. A plethora of times. Personally, financially, in relationships, love, support, because I expected those who loved me and cared for me to be there regardless. And some were not. It is what it is. I'm here to stand with you today to say, don't let your expectations be in what others think, and to continue to fight for your cause, regardless of what it is, regardless of what it is that you want to do, regardless of whatever dream or goal that you have. If you're the only one that's marching, then march. If you're the only one that's advocating, then continue to advocate. If this is the person or the thing or the place that you want to go and where you want to be, continue. But do know that when you have high expectations of others, you get disappointed. And let's go ahead and drop one of Clue's bombs on that. And on that note, I'm out.
Damn, girl.
And I will see you on the next Edgy Woody Ron Candid Rant of Expression. This is just Toy talking too much. When we talk, we'll talk. Talk to the talk with your friends.